And we are starting with breaking news this afternoon from HISD. The board will not vote on turning 10 campuses into charter schools.
The controversial proposal caused things to get heated at last night's meeting, where several people were forcibly removed from the room. Jason Miles is live. So what does this mean for those thousands of students, Jason?
Well, for right now, many of them are relieved. Worthing High School here behind me was one of the schools on that list of 10 that were looking at possibly becoming charter schools. That's a plan HISD decided today to drop, hours after dropping charges against 2 women who were arrested during last night's meeting. Less than a day after she and a number of other people were dragged from an HISD board meeting for allegedly being disruptive, Candace Weber says she'd do it again.
I feel like my rights were violated before I even showed up.
She's glad the board decided late today to put the plan to turn 10 HISD schools over to Energized for STEM Academy on the table and believes it should be permanent.
Because we refuse to allow charters, partnerships, and closures in our black and brown neighborhoods.
HISD board members have said it's a dilemma they didn't take lightly. This graphic helps illustrate the other options for perpetually underperforming schools, in addition to turning them over to a charter, state takeover, or possible closure if grades don't improve. Tell me why people shouldn't be afraid of you taking over a school.
Well, one is it's a smart thing to do.
Dr. James Douglas is on the board of Energized for STEM and also serves as dean of TSU's Marshall School of Law.
What we're saying is,
he says many of the criticisms aired during last night's meeting were based on misconceptions.
They said there will be no athletic program. That's not true. They said there would be no police and security. That's not true. They said the teachers were going to be fired. That's not true.
The Houston Teachers Federation contends what is true is that too many charters originally intended to foster new ways of learning have become more focused on profit than pupils.
You can't do that to someone's kids and their schools without the community being bought into it, or at least having some understanding of what's happening.
And there's a lot of information that goes into this topic, and it takes a lot of time to really fully understand it. You can find out a lot more on khou.com. Meantime, I spoke with a leader here at Worthing High. They are relieved they won't be becoming a charter at this point, but she admitted there's a lot of work to do to get off what's known as the improvement required list. I'll have more from HISD coming up at 5. For now, back to you, Jason.
And you've been taking that time. Thank you, Jason.
A community